said we were done, they said we were through, but we bleed that blue, and we always knew. Stars over Texas, burning bright. Cowboys rising in the dead of night. Victory's ours, hear the thunder roll. We're the heart of the South, and we're taking control. Dak leads a charge with fire in his soul. CD breaks loose, unstoppable goal. Heaven's ghost in the huddle, Emmitt stride in our veins. We carry their glory through blood and pain. Let them talk, let them doubt. We'll silence every rival with a knockout shout. One team, one dream. We ride together into the light. Stars over Texas, burning bright. Cowboys rising in the dead of night. Victory's ours, hear the thunder roll. We're the soul of the game, and we're taking control. Yeah, we're taking control. Cowboys forever, bold and whole. Let the stars over Texas shine gold.
There is a fifth dimension, beyond that which is known to man. It is a dimension as vast as space and as timeless as infinity. It is the middle ground between light and shadow, between science and superstition, and it lies between the pit of man's fears and the summit of his knowledge. This is the dimension of imagination. It is an area which we call the Twilight Zone.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome. Come one, come all. I am in an ornery mood this afternoon. Yes, an ornery mood. I feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone. Come on in. Get yourself some if you dare, because I'm not in the mood to play games, all right? I'm in the mood to talk what's real, what's bullshit, and I'm down to get with it. If you don't like it, sorry. But you're talking to Mark Holmes, got off the phone with him a little while ago. Walker Wade, just got off the phone with him. This whole BS with George Pickens, I want to break it all down. But at the end of the day, we all have opinions. Opinions are like buttholes, right? Most of them stink. Let's just be honest about it. But that being said, Rhonda Lovely Sparks, thank you so much. Your intro was fire. Wow, game time. Thank you, Rhonda. Appreciate your support. Feel free to put your channel in here. We'll pin it up at the top. Go show some love to Rhonda Lovely Sparks. I will let the people in a minute, but let me, guys, in the Zoom crew, you are in a green room right now. I'll let you in a couple minutes. I need to get something off of my chest uninterrupted after I get Rhonda in the hopper. Rhonda Lovely Sparks. My problem today, outside of the work BS, that never seems to go away, right? We just keep repeating the same BS over and over. Shockingly so. But you can't make this up, people. So, move on to George Pickens. Now all of a sudden there is a here, let me get this camera going so you can get both angles. So there's a report out there that George Pickens was fined multiple times. Now, okay, all right. Where's this coming from? Mark Holmes called me. He seems to think it's coming from the Cowboys. A little negotiation tactic. I already made a video, unbeknownst to Mark, on the way home from running errands that I believe the same thing. It is indeed a negotiation. So I ask you, what has changed? What has changed with the Cowboys? Now, I am optimistic, cautiously so. I see things I like, cautiously optimistic. I'm going to use that cautiously, and we're going to go this line by line. It's literally like reading a document where you got to sign off on it. You better read the fine print because it could get ugly. You need to read the fine print, okay? Fine print starts. It should be starting now, everybody. The fine print should have already started. One of the easiest contracts you can possibly do. Now, I get it. Nobody has signed anything. I get it. Nobody has signed nobody yet. But when I'm hearing they're operating differently, and we've been talking to Javonte Williams' agent for 3 weeks, this isn't a high-end deal. This is a guy who wants to be here. Outwardly so. Outwardly saying he wants to be here. Yet, there's still nothing. That should be an easy thing to do. You want to calm us, like fans like me down, let alone YouTube. You want to calm the fan, the guy who spends money on you? You want to calm me down? Prove that you could do a bottom level deal. All right? That's number one. Number two, George Pickens. We know where this is going. Why do we have to wait for the combine so you can get on your gaudy bus and park it outside of whatever the hell the name of the field is? Put in a comment. Whatever, and host people into your bus, right? I thought we were operating differently, all right? Why do we need to wait? Why don't we get on the phone? We don't know that he has in game time. We don't know that he has either. They run their mouth about everything, about what they're doing and what they're not doing. They want to, we've already talked to Javonte. We've already made contact. Well, it's an easy deal to do. What are we waiting for? Now, you can say, well, why are you getting upset about Javonte? It's nothing to do with Javonte. It has to do with showing me and other fans, let alone ticket holders, right? If you're a ticket holder, you should want to, all right, well, look, okay, outside of the coaching hires, okay, what are you doing differently? And because I don't know that you've done anything differently yet. Listen, I get it. There'll be time to do things differently, but prove to me. Do something different. Go sign a mid-level running back that had a fantastic year and we all like, and he's a young player and he's ascending. He's finally recovered from his ACL as a rookie. Get it done. That's easy. That's easy work. A mailman from South Jersey could do that deal. Get it done. Like what's the big deal? So then all of a sudden now we're throwing out shit on George Pickens. Number one, it doesn't help his trade value if some dumbass in the organization thinks you're going to trade him, okay? Does not help that value at all. So what are you doing? You don't know what type of player, okay? Dallas's tactics have worked with everybody, excuse me, over the years. Did not work with Micah, okay? And now we go to another guy who has the same agent. We don't know how George Pickens is going to handle this stuff. This is clearly a leak from within the organization. Now, I'm not saying the sky is falling. I'm just stopping everybody in their tracks and say, stop, look around, and see what's going on. Because I feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone all over again. There it is. I got it off my chest. Let me let everybody in. I'll wait for them to come in. I want to go to Wade first because Wade's the guy who I was talking to when I decided to do a live stream. Wade, please tell me I'm not in the Twilight Zone. Or maybe not. Somebody. Hallie Pierce.
No, you're not.
Nope.
All right, Wade. Tell me your thoughts on what I just said. Momo says, I totally agree. Wow, Momo, thank you so much. Thank you for the super chat, Momo. Momo's next. Momo's on deck. Wade, go ahead. Please finish your thought. Again, I'm tired of it.
I think the Pickens is going to be the biggest deal they do this whole offseason. So I think it's going to take a while. Javonte, I think will be done before he'll be done before free agency. That's what I think is going to happen. I think we'll get most of our guys done before free agency, like Clowney.
All right.
Williams, Pickens. I don't know. I'm kind of hesitant on that.
My question to you is, Wade, you're saying it's going to take time, yet the first thing you do as an organization is leak that he missed meetings. What the hell does that have to do with anything right now?
Nothing. I mean, they shouldn't let that come out at all.
Well, they did it themselves. But I thought we were operating differently, Wade. I thought we were operating differently. No? Are we not operating differently? It looks like we're doing the same thing. Nothing, huh?
Well, I mean, if it doesn't, I don't care if they really expose it or not. I mean, if I'm George, he probably ain't thinking nothing of it. I mean, this is going to be a hard negotiation with this agent.
We thought that with Micah. Next thing you know,
Don't play it down there, Wade, because George Pickens is similar to Micah. He's in his feelings. It ain't like Dak, where Dak's like, deal with my agent kind of thing.
My thing is,
George
Rob
Pickens is different.
My thing is this. If you're trying to get a deal, right, he's going to start at 40. He's not getting 40. He's not Jamar Chase. Everybody relax. He's going to end up around 35, okay? 34, 35. But maybe 36. I don't know. But, the last thing you want to do is start off where you have to overpay. Dallas does it to themselves every year. Now, again, I'm not here saying the sky is falling, but if indeed we're doing things differently, it doesn't seem like it. Real quick, let me go to Momo, the super chat himself. Momo, what's your thoughts? You agree with me?
Yes. This is just great. Oh, I'm muted.
No, you're not. No, you're not. We got you.
Okay, this is my thing. I just recently said this. You cannot do this because your second contract should be your biggest contract. I said this. Everybody should know that. Your second contract. This is just Jerry. If y'all have anything to say, Jerry is speaking loudly out here, leaking this. He doesn't have to say anything. That's what people say. Well, Jerry didn't say this. Jerry didn't say nothing. Yes, he did with the leak. That's clearly a leak. I'll say this final thing. I'm not here to. This should always be, as a Cowboy fan, you cannot go by, hey, a friendly deal. These players are independent contractors. That's
okay, hold on. I'm going to interject. My main concern as a Cowboys fan is this offseason is first wave free agency, not Pickens.
You'll see.
Not Pickens. You know why? Because I got the franchise tag. Bitch, you'll play on the franchise tag if I want you to.
Okay, then you make it worse.
Sorry,
that's all there is.
That's all there is to it.
So you're gonna pay him more money next year?
Franchise tag. Hey, I care as a Cowboys fan. I care about.
So you're gonna pay him more money the following year?
Agency. If this team, if this team don't do shit if the first week of free agency they don't do shit, you will see me talking mad shit about this team. That is all I care about this offseason. That is number one priority in my eyes this offseason. First wave free agency.
Okay.
All right, real quick. Eagles Drew, game time. Keep that same energy you have for AJ. I'll try. It was a rough day today, so we'll see. Vinny Hagan says, Brian, relax. What are you talking about, brother? What are you talking about? Relax, man.
And I'm just sitting there saying we've been bitching about first wave free agency for like over a decade with this team.
We're very passionate here. Dirty Sanchez, Debo's Samuel, ass got so big that when he had sex with a woman, she started sucking on his titties. All right. All right. Thank you. Appreciate the super chat, Dirty Sanchez. You're in the hopper. Listen, at the end of the day, I need to see something different. Okay? Now, we have plenty of time. I'm not saying it won't be different, but early returns it's the same old, same old. That's all. I like what I've seen regarding the hirings off the field.
We got 3 weeks though.
Nobody's and
We're gonna know everything we need to know about this team in about 3 weeks.
Rhonda Lovelace Sparks with another super chat. Thank you, Rhonda. The Cowboys' uncertainty makes it feel like there's something they're not telling us. This is something. There is a pending investigation. Is something still unresolved?
Jerry needs.
What's that? What's that, Mama?
No, sorry. No,
Rhonda. I would say your guess is as good as mine, and it wouldn't surprise me. Dallas Cowboys are always. There's always something around the corner with Dallas. That doesn't mean I'm not here being negative. People, oh, here goes Brian being negative. I'm just calling what I see. I'm not going to say the sky is blue when it's pouring outside. And I see the same old. When I saw the headline, now I don't know. Does anybody have any more information other than it was reported? Where do you think, Hallie Pierce? Where do you think that came from?
I have no idea. You never know anymore. If it was Jerry or if it was just something that was just internal, I don't know. But I'm one of those. I'm not too worried if he gets franchise tagged because remember in the beginning when they got him, they never promised that they were going to give him an extension afterwards. So because he could be comp for a third round pick, they can franchise tag him. And trying to remember how it's worded, where you can get 2 comp picks. So I don't. I don't
on
know.
Fire! Look at Momo.
But
Jerry
but what I'm saying right now, I'm like Walker. Our main thing that we need right now is defense. That should be our number one priority.
First wave free agency, Holly. We have been beating this dead horse for over a decade. This team does everything good besides first wave free agency. They have to do good in first wave free agency.
Yes, they do.
They do contracts like shit. They wait to the very end. They overpay
after Rob.
When it comes to team building, Rob, I disagree. They do everything good besides first wave free agency. They do low end tier free agency pretty solid. They make solid ass trades.
I agree.
They draft pretty well. That's already 3 things in team building. The 4th, they're garbage in first wave free agency. That ain't gonna cut it. Number 5. Number 5. Compensatory picks. Compensatory picks.
I don't want to hear that term.
But they make it work. Compensatory picks and undrafted free agents. They're pretty solid at that.
You could stick compensatory picks where the lot lizards hang out. I don't want no part of it. Momo with the $50 super chat. Momo.
I'm just simply saying when it came to team building, that's why the Eagles have gone over the top, is because you do go out in first wave free agency.
Let me finish super chat. Jerry needs to hold accountability for the BS franchise tag. He made it worse. Momo, let me go to you again. I believe the franchise tag, it's on its way out. Dallas is one of the few teams that use the tag like they do. They use it as a negotiated, tactic. They did it with Dak Prescott. For all the Dak Prescott haters, he performed under the final year multiple times, which is why he has a $74 million cap hit this year. I know we could flip a switch, but that's the organization's fault why it got that bad. I would have probably moved on prior to that and went and got somebody else or signed him when Jalen Hurts signed his deal, right? That would have been would have been the smart move. And then I would have dealt with Dak down the road if he said, hey, I'm underpaid. Well, I haven't heard Jalen say that. Have you, Rob?
No.
So that's what I'm saying.
Here's my thing about... Okay, this is my thing about if they franchise tag, it's going to be worse. I know everybody looking
I
forward.
agree.
It's going to make it worse. First of all, I don't know why everybody's expecting this free agency thing. 'Cause I don't think Jerry's going to look. He may get a couple players, but he's not going to get nothing that's going to be to make the Cowboys over the top. That's not going to happen. This ain't not the 1990s again. No, he's not going to get anybody because he doesn't like to pay a whole lot of money.
The
He's cheap.
franchise tag.
He tells Jerry Jones is like the Cleveland Browns. Oh no, sorry, like the Cincinnati Bengals. Before
You
they
don't know
start signing
shit about
Chase.
the
Oh, hold on. Let me
Cowboys,
finish. Let me
Momo. It's
finish.
Stephen
Let me
Jones.
finish.
You don't know
No,
shit
no,
about the
finish. Let
Dallas
me finish.
Cowboys.
Let me finish. Let me
Yeah,
finish.
let's not
Just
cut
let me
people
finish.
off, and then let Wade go, and then we'll get to whoever else who didn't comment. I want to
Yeah,
get
okay.
to yes. Go ahead.
Before they signed Chase and the two wide receivers and the quarterback, the Cincinnati Bengals was one of the cheapest teams in the league signing players, and Jerry just like that. He doesn't like to spend a whole lot of money in free agency. What we missing here?
Again, Momo, the talk
Once
is
again.
cheap here. Talk is cheap, Wade. But anyway, go ahead,
Once
Wade. I'll let Wade,
again.
then I got to get to the chat.
Once again, Momo, it's fucking Stephen Jones. How many times do I got to tell all you mother effers in here that keep blaming Jerry? It is Stephen Jones. It is not Jerry.
I'm not saying it's not. I'm not saying it's not. Listen, Wade, I agree with you, but he doesn't hold the title of general manager. So it really doesn't matter who's making the decision. He's the guy I'm looking at because that's the guy who he wants to get up there and be the first guy to talk after games. I'm talking to you, brother. He didn't like it so much. Remember last year and the year before when we were coming down on him and he's all of a sudden like, well, it's a group decision. Everything we do is talk behind. No.
This
You're
team
the guy
has
with
too
the
many
tag.
holes to not go out in free agency and fix this defense. You already know that, though, Brian. We all know that. You can't
Chris
fix this
May,
in the
you
draft.
got something to say?
You can't.
I was gonna elaborate on what Wade was saying, but he just said what I said.
Well,
so
go ahead.
It's all good.
No, we'll just pound
I mean,
it down.
I'm 100% right with him. It's Stephen Jones that's
I agree, but
in the hand of the cookie jar on this. I think Jerry's kind of frustrated himself.
Now I want to get to just, and we'll get back. We'll have Hallie and we'll get Jesse in here. And we'll go back. Loyal Cowboy, my man. I want to talk Ultra Eagle. It's hard calling him that. I hope he changes it unless, he knows something I don't know. He did say a couple things that I agree with. People don't understand that if Pickens holds out, it proves the league's point on Pickens. Nobody wanted Pickens last offseason. That's a very good point. Nobody wanted George Pickens, okay? So much so that we got trolled right here on this channel when some of us were excited because we saw the possible potential, okay, of a George Pickens. Now, we didn't foresee our defense being horrendous, but that's neither here nor there. The season's over. That effing ship has sailed. George Pickens was a beast with the Dallas Cowboys. Now, the question is, can he do it on a long-term deal after he gets that big signing bonus? And do you trust him? All right, number one. Number two, I want to, Wade, this goes back to you. We talked earlier on the phone, and you were like, if somebody offers me 2 number ones, stop. In my opinion.
So they put on him, though.
Good. That's what you're supposed to do. They put the 2 number 1 tag.
I'm just sitting there saying if somehow unlikely if it happened, if someone did, I'm just sitting here saying.
Do you know what the best you could hope for, Wade? Honestly, I would say the best possible scenario would be, I would say maybe 31, New England or a team like that would maybe throw you your first round pick, and that's an end of the first round in a very weak NFL draft this year, or more likely a second round pick. You may be able to, because we gave up a third for him. He's not going anywhere. I just don't like where we're starting out. Anybody wants to get in here, we'll go with Jesse. Your comments, then I'll go to Hallie Pierce. Jesse.
Good evening. First of all, good evening. Good evening.
Yes, how are you?
Fine. First of all, franchises don't work. Dak was the only one that actually worked.
Give him credit, right?
Especially
he made himself some money.
He made him do what he do. But this is a whole different block of cheese, I would say. First of all, The prices don't go down if you franchise tag that quarterback. You're just going to make him want more money just because you pissed him off. That's not going to help you. And once again, Jerry, hopefully I'm shooting with you guys. Those are getting in that carousel as he's been doing for the last 10 years and go around and when put you guys all crazy and everything, trying to steam you all up. And in
Lose
the
this
end,
lineup,
who's
says
the rug?
Rhonda.
Hey.
All
Who's the
right.
rug from you?
Hallie Pierce, your thought.
Go ahead, let Loyal. He hasn't got to talk. I got to say something early.
Loyal.
I'll wait till after him.
I'm sorry, brother. Go ahead, Loyal. Go ahead.
We'll just have to wait and see what happens. I mean, we could sit here and spectate all day, but at the end of the day,
aren't you annoyed, Loyal, that the first thing you hear is a leak from inside Dallas about George Pickens? I mean, what does that
Are you
do?
surprised? Are you surprised?
Well, listen, that's why I'm doing the show. When we hear
there's always leaks with Dallas.
they're operating
Exactly.
differently, I know, but when you say when you go out of your way and people are speculating, the whole stratosphere within YouTube is like, oh, they're acting differently. Are they?
No.
That's my point, Rob.
Can I
That is
say,
exactly my point. Yeah, go ahead, Momo.
Oh no, this is what I'm going to say about Pickens. And I said this. I didn't really comment on it. The Pittsburgh Steelers
Now you're
told
good, Rhonda.
the Pittsburgh Steelers told that outright lie. He wasn't difficult. It was all about Aaron Rodgers didn't want to he didn't want him on the team. So they put up that same shit the Cowboys did, saying that he was difficult, he was this, he was that. That's why nobody. And so they went around the league. So everybody was like, "Oh, he's young, this, and that." He was never that way. As he proved himself as a Cowboy that he was the best player in that wide receiver room. So why are we even having this discussion? Because Jerry doesn't like to pay. Period. If he does pay, he wants to
Here's
What
work.
are you talking about? Jerry doesn't like to pay. He made Dak the highest player.
I
Paid
know
player
what
in the
I'm
league.
saying to you. The way he liked to prolong shit too long, and the numbers go
That's
up,
how
and
he.
you have
That's
to
how.
pay.
That's
If you pay
that's how he.
somebody early, you wouldn't
Okay,
have to do
so
this.
that's a
So
contradiction.
that's what happened with
He
Dak. He
pays.
waited
Go
too
Go
long
look
to
at
pay
everyone.
Dak.
Hold on. Go look at everyone he's paid. Oh, Jerry and them pay. They paid CeeDee
So,
Lamb. They paid Dak. They
they
paid
waited.
DeMarcus
They
Lawrence.
waited. They waited late too to pay Dak.
They have
Come on,
paid.
Dylan.
They
Wait.
have
Sometimes
forked out
you're not
money.
looking at the window. You're looking outside another window. Come
That's
on, Wade.
how
Look at the main window.
Momo. They have been negotiating that since the night like that since the 90s. Like you're
Well,
bitching
that's
about
time
something
to
they've been
change up that
you
shit.
have
This is
you
a new
haven't been
age.
you're bitching about something they've been doing for 30 years.
What I'm saying, that's a new age. You have to change up at some point, don't you?
Did the player get signed? Yes or no?
And it cost them millions of dollars
all right.
behind it. It cost them $2 or $3 more million
Listen,
they didn't
man.
have to pay.
All right, here's the deal.
Cowboys made two of the best trades this whole offseason.
What's up, Dan? How you doing,
remember,
brother?
hold on. I'm gonna go ahead and say you talk all this shit you want to about Jerry. Name another
I
GM
ain't
that
saying
made
that.
better
I wanted
trade.
to tell you
Name
what the
another
facts.
GM in the NFL other than the Cowboys that made
See,
better
you a
trades this
homer. You a
offseason.
homer.
No,
You a homer.
that
You're
made
not understanding.
Really, that
You're
made a
a
better
homer.
trade.
You're just
That
being a homer
got
at this
better.
point.
Hold on.
That's
I'm being a
fair point.
homer. Who made better trades to get Pickens and Quentin Williams? That was the best trades in the NFL this offseason.
Okay. What'd that get you? What'd that get you?
That was the best trades.
Okay, it was the best trade. So what am I supposed to do with that? You
It
supposed
got
to?
a foot up your ass two times. That's what it got
So
you,
I
though,
don't
Momo.
understand
We
why you
actually
yelling
shot
and
something
screaming
in the
at me
middle.
over
right,
this
all right.
because I
Momo,
didn't win no Super Bowl. They win no championship. I don't
We don't
want
talk
you don't know
over each
shit
other.
about the Dallas Cowboys. You don't
You
know
all
shit
under
about the
your
Cowboys.
feelings.
That's the
I
problem.
I get it. You a homer and you going anything the Dallas Cowboys
Momo,
do.
you
You
don't
always
know
going to be
nothing.
front
Momo.
run. You
All
always
right.
gonna go back to
All
the
right,
90s
all
and
right,
do all that.
everybody, and we don't talk over. I mean, it serves
Momo
no
don't know
purpose.
shit about the Cowboys. It's all right. He don't know shit.
Here's the deal, Wade, and
I know more about his team than he knows about his team. I can
Listen,
promise you that shit.
listen, you're
I
my
love you too,
boy,
Wade.
Wade. You my boy, Blue. But listen, you cannot defend Dallas right now. You could try to, but I can't believe that you're defending Jerry
We're
Jones.
literally like a few days in the offseason, and we're like talking about, they haven't gotten a Pickens done, 40 mil. You want them to get damn near $35-40 million contract done 4 days into the offseason?
I thought Mark said we're the new Dallas Cowboys with all the drama. You guys holding pat there with this fucking drama. I'm eating popcorn, sitting
I
down,
will
back,
hit the
listening to all
panic
this. I'm
Wait,
enjoying
nobody's
this.
panicking. There's a
Me too,
difference
Rob.
from
Me too.
panicking. what I'm saying is operating differently. We're hearing the same shit.
We literally have a young. Hold on, Brian. You
Okay.
cannot say hold on. That whole coaching staff on defense is pretty young. You cannot sit here and say that they're not.
Everything
You cannot
off the
sit here and
field
say
is
that they're
good.
not. Hold
Everything
on.
off the field is wonderful.
That's operating a little differently.
Who's going to play middle linebacker for me?
Don't you worry. They're gonna figure that out in free agency.
Listen, and as we
Are you
talk,
sure about that, Wade?
I believe, Bob, I do believe Dallas will do
I'll
moves.
be finding out about that in 3 weeks.
I don't know the level of moves, right? Again, I don't know the timing of the moves. My only thing is, I was just saying, Wade, that I don't really want to hear Dallas pays because they pay. It's not about doing a contract.
Mike Fisher literally went down the whole thing of players we pay, Brian. We pay a shitload of players.
It's not about paying. It's
let me know when I
timing
can jump
of
in
it.
because I have to add to what you're saying.
Okay. I just want to finish and then we'll go to Rob. It's not about paying. I have no doubt. I understand when it comes to the end, Dallas spends just as much as everybody else. I get it. It's the timing of when they decide to do so. And certain guys, you can get away with it. And certain guys, like a Micah, there's certain of us think that we won that trade already, and we could argue. It's not here to argue it. That's my opinion. I believe we did fine with that trade. But
okay, let me interject one thing. 1 second.
Don't you think we should have signed Dak? Don't you think we should have signed Dak 2 years earlier?
I'm gonna let Rob. Hold on. I'm gonna yes. I'm gonna interject on this. So they signed. I'm gonna let Rob go into this. Hold on. Yeah. I'm gonna go back.
There you go, Rob.
They signed Bland. They signed Bland, and they signed Diggs early. How'd that pan out?
Well,
shit all over their face. That's how it panned out.
Your own players has been a mistake as of late, as far as too early. I mean, you've done that all over and over and over again. So I agree with you there. That didn't pan out too good at all, Wade. So I don't know if that was a rhetorical question or not, but
no, we're just saying, we're saying, they don't sign people early. Well, they signed Bland and they signed Diggs early, and it's shit all over their face. That's for damn sure.
Okay, but to my point, to what you're just saying, I actually disagree with you, Wade, and I'm going to humbly disagree with you because you're saying that you guys are operating differently, that you made 2 great moves this last off season when you did your trades, and those were good moves. I totally agree with you. Pickens was a damn good move, and getting Quinton Williams, not Quinton Williams, but Quinton Williams was a good move as well. But that is different than your free agency moves, re-signing Pickens and everything like that. And this is why it's different. Getting Pickens was dirt cheap. He's still on his rookie deal. So that had nothing to do with money. It was just an opportune move to get you a good player. And it worked out until now, because now your guys are going to have a headache on your hands when it comes to tagging them the whole 9 yards there. Quinton Williams, on average, his contract is only, I think, roughly $24 million a year, which is a bargain for a player like him. So that wasn't about money. Those were just good moves, but happen to come with cheaper contracts as well. Your free agency, and now that it's come down to signing Pickens, now Steven is starting to be Steven, doing Steven things. Leaking shit out, blasting his own players.
Yeah. I think this contract negotiation is going to get rough. I really do. Me personally, I think it's not going to go good.
My point is, when it comes to brass tacks and starting to repay your players big money, your guy's going to do exactly what you've been doing for the last however many years. You guys are going to be shoppers in the first week of free agency, and it's already shown by leaking this bullshit out already. It's a no-win situation for anybody to tag him. Just pay the man.
Yeah.
You have the money. Just pay the man. Either pay him or trade him, but don't play games with him. That's what you guys are notorious of doing. But you did make good moves, but those moves were good moves, but those were cheap moves. You didn't.
But that's a good move, though, because, worst case, you've already gotten your money's worth out of Pickens, and it's like me buying a motorcycle, right? And I actually did this, and I actually sold it for what I bought it for 3 years later. Why? Because I added to it. I made it better. He showcased it. It looked better when I left it. I think Pickens is in a better place after playing with Dak and the Cowboys than he was playing with Russell Wilson and company in Pittsburgh. He can thank Dallas, right? But Dan the man.
Wait. Let me follow up with this then, game time, and then I'll let Dan talk.
Yeah.
Then let me ask you this: would they have signed Pickens if Pickens was 2 years into a brand new deal, making, let's say, $34 million?
Absolutely not.
Exactly. So it shows that Dallas are still operating as like they always have.
Yeah, but
they're operating as cheap asses who don't want to pay.
But that's a
players
good
when,
way to do it. I mean, I hear what you're saying. I do hear what you're saying. Like your argument is
the money. When it comes down to contracts and money.
Well, here's my thing to you though. If they were a team now, they were a year removed. Remember last year, this is back-to-back years with 7 wins. So it's not like I'm one where, okay, so let me understand what you're saying. You're saying is because they're not willing to put up money out the gate for a guy, they would rather go find that guy with the perfect deal, right? That makes sense to come in. Yeah. I mean, I would say Quinnen wasn't as much of a bargain. I know his deal,
$24 million a year.
But I mean, you had to give up for Dallas to give up a first and a second is a lot for them.
Yeah, you're paying 3D linemen over $20 million.
Dallas doesn't really like to give up on draft picks like that. But real quick, let's go.
When Jalen Carter is probably going to make what 34.
I don't
35?
know. He'll probably he'll get. Yeah,
so then that would probably make Quinnen Williams' deal pretty cheap, right?
But they're gonna I predict, they're going to try and sell us that they're going to re-sign a lot of their guys, extend. They're going to re-sign Williams and tack on years, and he'll get a big pay raise, but the actual cap hit won't be much. But Dan
redo Kenny Clark too.
Yeah, and that's what they need to do. Dan the Man, there you go, brother. The floor is yours.
Well, first of all, what's up, everybody? What's up?
What's up, Dan? How you doing, man?
Well, I'm good. Listen, all this George Pickens saga, it is starting to drive me the heck nuts. I'm not going to lie to y'all. It's driving me nuts. I'm just going to keep it. I'm going to keep it a buck. I'm going to keep it brief. The Cowboys need to sign Pickens. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm not going to do that. I believe if you're asking my honest take, I think George Pickens deserves to get a $36 to $37 million per year deal. That's what I think.
Whether he deserves it or not, that's what he's going to get probably.
Right. That's the market. It's the market. It's the market because CeeDee Lamb came out and said he does not care if Pickens is going to get paid higher.
It's not up to CeeDee Lamb though. It doesn't matter.
Momo, I understand.
Exactly, Momo. It's not up to Lamb.
I know it's not.
Yeah, go ahead, Dan.
But what I'm saying is that this is the Jones This is the Jones boys we're talking about. This is how they always do. But again, we haven't heard Jerry said anything since the awards show. We haven't heard anything from him since. So
that's not how he worked out.
What do you mean?
On vacation.
He's not on
dude, you still on this little ride think because Jerry doesn't talk, he doesn't do things behind the scenes. He does.
Jerry just said something to TMZ like yesterday.
He did. I forgot. You're right, Ray. He did. Go ahead, Dan.
I'm just going to say this: if Pickens is on the tag, and if he does stay on the tag, and if he doesn't sign it, he's going to miss games and he's going to lose money. He doesn't want to do that. He's going to.
And you'll have a disgruntled.
He'll probably sign the tag. And this is the Cowboys' version of saying, then prove it to me. Prove it to me that you're still that guy. Prove it to me that you are a team player.
I think he just did. He just did.
Yeah.
No, they said that they're saying that they're thinking about tagging him. That's what I've heard.
No, they already put the tender on him already.
Yeah, it's already.
They already did.
So that's the thing is that doesn't bother me. DeMarcus Lawrence played on the tag. Dak played on the tag. The Cowboys franchise tag people doesn't bother me if he plays on the tag.
Exactly. They all played on the tag. Yes.
It doesn't bother me if he does or not.
Right, but
so Wade, I think Wade major thing is that he free agency is the key for Wade. He wants to see what they're going to do in free agency. Bottom line,
because you have too many holes in the defense, you can't fill it all in the draft. There's no way.
To point out too, if you lose George Pickens, then all of a sudden you're forced to draft a wide receiver in this draft class, which is probably going to be an unknown. And you're risking.
Why would I draft a wide receiver? He's on the franchise tag. You're not losing him.
You can lose is for a whiff for them if.
But again, like
if you
I said,
tag him, then you're really going to see what his true
Pickens is
character
going to
is going to
stay
be.
on this team. I don't.
No,
I'm just.
and Dan, I'm not saying he's not. I absolutely expect George Pickens back. My only question is, and it's like people take my vigor for that I'm upset. No, absolutely not. I'm still positive, but I'm not going in it blind. I'm not going to go into this offseason and just give them outs. No, they got to prove it to me. They have to prove it to me that they are quote unquote different.
Serious.
Right?
Serious.
Well, they proved one thing. They let Shoddy basically get the whole defensive coaching staff in
Yeah, they
order.
let
So
Shoddy hire
that's
the
already
defensive.
that's already one step.
Is it
A
me?
skill set.
First wave free agency is the second step
Is
for
it
me.
me that Dallas is always a day late and a dollar short? Right? They should have done this last year. Right? What they did was they strong-armed Shoddy and said, wow, we just hired you as the coach of the Dallas Cowboys. So you should just let us hire the defensive coordinator because we know what we're doing here. And that was the shit show of the team. All right? So, again, I'm more into, which is why I like Christian Parker. I'm not willing to stand on a rock and preach to people what he's going to do because, frankly, I don't know what he's going to do.
No one knows.
Because remember,
no one knows.
But, Dan, I like that they are daring to be great. Going with a young, brilliant mind. So we hear that is going to communicate with the young player that he is coaching. And that's what I'm excited about. What's the scheme?
What's he normally known for? 4-3-3-4?
No, he is it's ultimately he's been under multiple schemes. He is going to run a hybrid, basically a 3-4, use a 5-man front a lot of the time. And if anybody knows Dallas, they excelled in the 5-man front. Eberflus didn't use it as much as he should. Hallie Pierce, you're up.
Yeah. Mine is just simple because, listening here, what it sounds like Dallas is having to deal with the worst of two evils we got on our team, our defense, and then what to do with the players like Pickens, Aubrey, and all of them.
It's a good problem to have, isn't it, Hallie?
Yeah, that's a great problem.
Very good problem.
Which one do they need to? Which is more urgent?
Pickens.
I think
I
think defense is a lot more.
I mean,
and so I would.
I think we
like
could
I said, I would deal with that
agree
first,
with
and then deal with Pickens. You got
Here's the problem. It's going to cost you in the long run. So, because
it's going to cost anyway, Momo.
Okay, here's my thing. I would say this.
Anyway.
Here's my thing about receivers in the NFL. What these owners do, they all do the same. Hey, when their contract come up, they'll say, "Hey, we gave you all that money, but you did that, but you didn't get the same amount of balls. You didn't catch this amount. You didn't catch this many touchdowns. Your yards, your production went down." And then they act like he ain't any good because you changed the offense for doing another way. Pickens should not be on. I personally think Cowboys just let him go because you're gonna have teams giving him $40+ million.
Well, that's up to the front office with what happens with Pickens.
Still here, Wade?
Right now, I'm wanting.
Yeah, good thing you're not. The good thing you ain't running my front office. You're gonna play under that damn franchise tag.
Wait.
Franchise tag.
What I'm trying to get at.
Let me get in here after Dan. Go ahead, Dan.
So what I'm trying to get at is that we could still build our defense and still keep Pickens. But the front office has got to be held more accountable and able to get this done. Because if this gets dragged out, like Walker says it's going to be, there's probably going to be some problems. There's probably going to be some problems.
Well, let me get in here. Wade, and this goes to you. Here's my issue, right? Again, the sky's not falling. This is a fun time of year, but again, this is my issue here. What I've seen, my opinion over the Cowboys over the last few years, a decent amount of time, Wade, is, they like to go into the media and then you end up having to pick and choose which avenue they want to go, right? Too many times, last year being one of them, the Mozzie Smith draft being one of them, they go into the draft not to add, right? My whole idea is, Wade, is to sign Pickens and then add to the team, making the team, let's keep a strength and add to it. But this team has a hard time doing that. They want to pick and choose. You got to lose here to add here. There's only so many pieces of the pie. Yet you see what winning teams are doing, winning Super Bowls, blowing it up after a 3-4 year run, rebuilding and doing it and repeating the process. We saw the Rams do it. We saw the Eagles do it with 2 different quarterbacks. It can happen. Why can't we have our cake and eat it? Why can't we sign Pickens, sign Javonte, sign Clowney, get it done quick, go into the draft? Why drag it to July? Have some positive karma, go into the draft, and then add, if it's a Jeremiah Love, I don't want to hear anybody bitch because he's probably a top 5 player in the draft. If it's a receiver, I'm not saying we need receiver, but that's how you can be successful, everybody. We should not have to pick and choose. We should be able to sign our players and be active in free agency. Don't let the team tell you can't do both. That's why you have to sign them a little earlier than maybe you're comfortable so you can save money, because they don't do that. Anyway, there's my...
Well, they did do that. They did do that with Bland and Diggs, and it was egg in their face.
Okay.
That's going out. Every signing is not going to be the best for any
Mark Holmes
team.
brought it up, Momo, the other day when I said, when we did the live stream, Mark Holmes got scared when I said there's only 3 players, Momo, outside of Mendoza, maybe 4, that are absolute players. And if one of them is there at 6, you trade 12 and 20, you go up to 6, you'll get a second round pick. You still end up with the same 2 players in 2 rounds. It just won't be 12 and 20, but you'll get one of the 4 absolute best.
You pissed Mark off when he... Now you
and
pissed
you know
me
what he
off.
said? Oh, well, these, like Morris Claiborne, right, Rob? And I'm like, you can't play poker with scared money.
Yeah, Caleb Downs is not going to be a Morris Claiborne.
Rob, every time.
Caleb Downs is a stud no matter where he goes to.
Rob,
so now they got Washington drafting their
agents. You need to go out.
Rob,
and get
every time you have
proven to put on the field, because your draft is these draft picks we have to be the depth that fill along with it.
Rob, like if you lost a bet, would you like never bet again?
Scared money don't make money. That's what you were trying to say yesterday, and it didn't come out. But scared money don't make money.
That's the idea. Well, you know, that's the idea, people. The idea is stop worrying about. You're not going to hit at 100% clip. That's not how it works. You got to keep firing. I hate to say it, but the more bullets you have, the more.
And just think about this.
You hit your target. Anyway, go ahead, Momo.
Well, just think about this. It's just common sense. So when the stupid combine comes out and everybody and these players don't perform like they should, and then they start
won't compete because they don't have any stones. You think?
Yeah, they won't. Of course, no, they probably won't, because they saying, hey, they don't want they don't want to slip and go down the line, and that's what happens a lot of times. Some of these players who you didn't think is going to be there slips, and Cowboys or whoever will pick up players up.
The only thing the combine is good for is to find out who not to draft. Like, like I'm serious. Anybody that looks for the combine go, ooh, I like how he looks in tights, right? Maybe Jerry.
Yeah.
Maybe Jerry's perverted ass looking at the, measuring up the guys. Maybe him. But let's be honest, people. The combine is to find out who the hell has issues, and more importantly, medicals, because you don't have time. It's not fair to a player to be x-rayed 1,000 times. They all go to the combine. They all get their medical, right? Chris May
do a lot of testing on your brain and stuff like that, like psychological tests.
Yeah, they do psychological tests, mental tests.
Yeah, but it's also about the medicals. They poke and prod you one time and release all the information
I would
out
never
to the
go.
Clubs. Well, if
I would never go to a combine.
You have nothing to gain. Nothing.
Yeah, nothing. And I wouldn't throw, if I was a quarterback, I wouldn't throw at the combine. I wouldn't go out there and throw at this, little things at the high school for them to. No, I wouldn't do none of that. Look at my damn tape. Look at my tape and be done with it. That's what you need to know.
That's why I said Too Broke to Pay Attention. Exactly right. This draft there's a handful of maybe 4 or 5. Maybe I don't think there's more than 5 absolutes.
I want Bain.
Well,
I want Washington to get Bain, but Washington probably ain't gonna get Bain. They got us go drafting her down. This mock draft say we gonna get some wide receiver. I don't want no wide receivers. I want some defense.
Phil got upset when I said Mendoza wouldn't be a top like 2 quarterback in other drafts. I'm not saying I don't like him. I like him better than most of the quarterbacks last year, but I don't know where. All right, let me ask Rob this: Mendoza in the Caleb Williams and Jaden Daniels draft. Where does he go? Does he still go ahead of them?
No, probably third.
Exactly, because why is that? Well, he doesn't have the strongest arm. He doesn't have. I love him. I mean, I think he's a winner, but
mobility. He's not as mobile.
We're elevating because there's not really that many good quarterbacks.
Well, exactly. That's why I liked your logic when you brought it up yesterday, as far as
I'm
trading
every
down
once in a while.
Rob, I'd like to ask you a question.
Yeah, what's up, bud?
Okay, here's the question. I see a trend that's going in college football. The trend is that because the NIL money is there, these players want to do 6 and 7 years. By the time they get in the NFL, they going to have to learn a new system. And by the time they know they 28, they're going to be like 28 or 29 years old. So by the time they get to the NFL, they 26 and 27 because the trend is, hey, I want to stay at college as long as I can and play.
That's why it's up to the NFL scouts and everything to make sure they draft the right players.
Oh, it's up to the NFL to say, hey, you got to come to a certain age. You can't stick in college for 7, 8 years.
No, I get it, and I don't disagree with you at all. But it's kind of pick your poison. First, they were bitching about it coming out too early. Now they're saying, now you're saying you can't come out too late because you're going to be too old to really kind of wrap your head around
by
it.
About 23 going into 24, you need to be already getting into. If you're good in college, by about 23, 24, you need to be in the NFL already.
Yeah,
I agree with that, but
it's a guy coming in talking about his 8th year.
Yeah,
this guy playing his 8th year.
Well, Bo Nix wasn't the youngest either when he was drafted last year. So,
damn, that's old. You 26?
Well,
I get it. You're getting money. You get millions of dollars. I get it. You get $4 or $5 million. Okay.
Hell, Roger Staubach was damn near 30 by the time he started for the Cowboys.
Then he got his
because he had a commitment.
Military.
He had a commitment.
Yeah, military. Yeah, military.
He had commitment.
Yeah, but they get their man bodies at 26. Then they have to wait over kids.
Dan the man, you're up.
Well, the only thing I got to say about this draft class coming up, it's not really the best if you look at the top 10 players that are coming off the board and whatnot. But next year's draft class is going to be fantastic.
Well, that's why you got to trade up if you're Dallas. Trade up.
Like Caleb Downs, let's just say, for example, Caleb Downs is close. Let's just say he falls out of the top 5 and he goes to like 6. 8 or 9, at least 8 or 9. You don't think Dallas is going to try their best to trade up and get Caleb Downs?
His devil's advocate. How do we know these players are going to come out the following year? Because they might want to, because they get all this money, they might want to stay another 2 years. How do we know they really coming out the following year?
But Dante Moore, with him missing this draft, he's going to stay in school another year, and he's probably going to go into this draft class next year.
But how do we know that? Because of the NIL money they're getting, this guaranteed money they're getting in college.
Again,
you don't know.
Again, I'm not in the business of college or nothing like that. I'm going by the player and then the teams
But I think you go ahead. Sorry.
Well, no, finish your thought because I'm going to.
No, because you have to go by these. The trend is these college players sees, hey, I can stay here another 2 years and make $5 million a year. That's what they're doing. That's the trend.
Again, it's not my money, Momo. It's not my money.
I know. I'm just saying.
If you get drafted in the first, or if you get drafted in the first round by the NFL team, you're going to make that in the NFL.
Yeah, Vinny's here. I've been waiting on him to talk.
Yeah, well, go ahead, Vinny. You got something to say?
Vinny froze.
He froze.
Vinny?
Here's what's up, No Face Cowboy. How you
He's
doing,
in the
bro?
Twilight Zone.
Yeah, Vinny's got to go out and come back in.
Hey, wait.
Here's my thing. People get caught up with names, and Ultra says that Downs may be gone to 5. It's possible, and if that's the case, you stick and pick a 12. That's fine. But I'm saying in the event that he makes it to Cleveland, that is a perfect opportunity. There's a 100-point difference, about 110-point difference. In order, again, I actually did the numbers. It's not enough just to use 12 and 20 to get 6 and 39, but you're close. You're about 110 points away, and there are things you could do. If he's there, you make a move, but stop getting caught up. Right, you're gonna find Akeem Messidor. We brought his name up. I don't want to get too far in the draft because I'll lose people. But Akeem Messidor, once Momo he gets into the combine and gets poked and prodded, they're going to find out that he has feet issues and he's not this and he's not that. Even though he's a hell of a player, he's going to drop maybe out of the first round, right?
Right. That happens a lot.
And that's fine. I'm not saying, I'm just letting you know, but there are more names, way more names. If I said a name, Mason Thomas. If I said Mason Thomas to the non-draft person, you'd be like, who the hell is Mason Thomas? Well, he's the edge rusher for Oklahoma, right?
Oh, wow.
He's a guy who would be very, very, very good in a Christian Parker defense. Now,
absolutely.
And he's a second or third, he's a second-round guy, right?
What's Bain? What's Bain projected to go?
Bain's going like top 5.
Yeah.
Okay. I like Bailey just a tick better than Bain, but they're both bang bang. I think they go right after each other. I think once one goes, the other one's going to go. But, all these draft people seem to have all the answers, but yet every mock draft you look at, they have another receiver that they like. And I am with Ultra where I like Lemon as my favorite wide receiver.
They got Lemon coming to Washington for some reason.
And Lemon, I've seen Washington. More importantly, I've seen the Giants because let's not forget, even though Giants, I don't know that Harbaugh would allow that because he's smarter than that. But I think
Is he really?
Well, Giants are thinking they're getting AJ
Yes,
from
he
us,
is.
which is pretty silly.
That's the
I heard
rumor,
that
and I
floating
threw it
around,
out
too.
there. But that's just what we're talking about. It's not like it's a deal. That's what they were talking about. They love him, and they might be in the market. I don't know. I'll believe it when I see it. It seems like everything is kumbaya now. So that's, long off season. I mean, we'll see, but I agree. Who the hell knows? They don't know.
This is the thing with Downs. If you trade up and get him, and for one, to me, I think he's going to be an instant starter. He's going to be, he's going to be possibly good for 10 years. You throw him in there and you don't have to worry about that position for 10 years. Kind of like Kyle Hamilton out in Baltimore. You draft his ass, you throw him in, and oh shit, someone just said Kyle Hamilton as well, as far as in the chat. But anywho, who's going to care or know 5 years from now that you traded up and got him? All they're going to know is the player itself and what an impact. No one's going to know or give a shit that you had to trade up, and give up this, and this to go in there and have a solid starter for, let's say the next 10 years. It ain't going to matter because you got your guy. And that's what matters is you getting your guy, a guy that can make an instant impact. You throw him in and you're good. Kind of like Quinyon Mitchell for us.
What's up, Joe Damasio?
The Cowboys haven't had a dominant safety since Darren Woodson.
Again,
it's been a long damn time.
Let me give everybody a quick.
What it costs.
Yeah, let me give everybody a quick just how I see Downs. I'm not the end all be all, but how I see him is he stays on the field, right? He could play down in the box. He's a good tackler. He could actually cover. He could actually cover the nickel. I mean, he could actually cover the tight end. To me, he's a perfect fit for a Christian Parker. So again, I believe he will make it to 6. Will Dallas do it? Will Cleveland be interested? I don't know. But
so question for you.
Yes.
What you're saying. I don't mean to interrupt you, but it's going along to what you're saying.
Yeah.
So you don't really think they're going to draft him that high and then play him at nickel, do you? Because that's
nickel. No, but I mean he could.
I mean he can't play
he'll
nickel,
stay on the field is what I mean.
Safety?
He could stay on the field.
But my question is, do you think they'll draft him as a safety and
Yeah,
then
yeah,
move him
yeah.
around? Okay.
But I mean,
I
he
was just
could.
curious.
No, but what I mean was, let's say a team is running like no huddle and they're not allowing you to substitute, and you got Caleb Downs on the field. You're fine. He's in the mold. I hate doing this, but he's in the mold. Kyle Hamilton, Derwin James. Actually, I love the Derwin James. That type of guy, where you're not going to lose much between Caleb Downs and your best nickel. The corner, he can cover it. That's all.
Because Ultra thinking that he's going to come in to play nickel, but I don't think you're going to draft him that high just to play nickel.
Well, again, I don't know exactly how they're going to use him. I just know how Christian Parker, and just knowing, he's a D-back guy. He's going to want a guy like that, right? He's going to want a guy like that. You saw what he did last year with Philly.
Exactly.
What's up, Momo?
I was going to say Vinny's available. I don't know if you want to.
Vinny, what's up? Are you available?
Vinny. I am. I just had to take my wife to the store.
Okay.
No, I'm just listening to everybody. That's all.
All right. I mean, any thoughts on my, like what I'm saying? You told me to calm down. I'm fine.
I did. I said relax. RELAX.
Yeah.
Relax.
Yeah. Well,
relax.
That's not what we do.
I know you don't, because otherwise there'd be no show if you don't.
It would be fun if I was relaxed.
What's the fun if a Jersey guy being relaxed?
Yeah,
that doesn't happen.
No.
That doesn't happen. No,
Especially
I don't like moving up.
Don't mean to butt in, but hell, Mike Fisher, he just posted right now why I trade for both my firsts for Caleb Downs. Why I do it. So he's in agreement with game time.
Oh, there you go. See?
And I'm in agreement with you, game time. I disagreed on how Mark's like, no. You can't dictate. You can't let the past dictate the future.
Right, exactly. Just like you messed up with, Mozzie Smith. Well, I would say this though with the Mozzie Smith, there wasn't much. The guy I wanted, he's doing better. The Steelers. It was a cornerback that the Steelers got, Joey Porter
Jr.
Yeah, that's who I wanted. We talked about the guy the Eagles got, the edge rusher, but I don't know. Again, I think we look at
Nolan Smith.
I think we talk about fits too much. Going back to Taco Wade. Remember Wade? We let Rod Marinelli say, no, we don't want TJ Watt. He can't play with his hand in the dirt, which is about as bullshit a thing I've ever heard.
Yep.
And we went with Taco Charlton, a guy named Taco, right? But
is he still in the league? He's still in the league?
No,
he's in arena football right now.
Yeah, he's in that
that doesn't mean I'm not going to draft a guy. Just like the whole Michigan thing. If there's a good player from Michigan, I'm going to draft him. We can't go, I don't want a guy from Michigan. They suck. No, they don't. No, they don't. No, they don't. Like Colston Loveland is a beast, right? We talked about it last year during the draft talk.
Yeah, but when you see Delane, don't you think of Claiborne? Don't you kind of?
So
I'm going pretty Wayne, or no?
I mean, I see it because he wears the same helmet. Outside of that, you can't look at it that way.
Well, I know that, and you're not supposed to. You're not supposed to draft the cloth.
Yeah, but I'll let y'all guys know. When they have the draft in DC, I will be there. Most definitely, I'm going to be there.
What?
All right, the kids.
I have a question for Rob A. This is more like a take, but it's more of a question overall. I've been seeing a lot of draft projections for the Eagles at 23. There's been rumors that C.J. Allen's been projected to be there for them. The linebacker at
I know who
Georgia.
they're taking, but go ahead, Rob.
but from Georgia, I believe. This is where he went to college at. Do you think Nakobe Dean leaving, with Nakobe Dean potentially leaving, do you think that C.J. Allen would be a good replacement for Nakobe?
Yeah, but I don't think a linebacker is going to be our priority in the first round. I mean, we're going to go corner. I'm pretty sure.
Nobody took shots on nothing. Rock.
I think
come
we're
in
going to
here
probably
all
go
that.
corner.
Nobody took shots.
So you don't think so, Rob?
No, and the reason is because we have some depth at linebacker already. We got Trotter Jr. Still. Then of course Jihad Campbell's gonna fill in, I think, nicely for Nakobe Dean. Well, yeah. Well, I think it's going to be Bond and Campbell as our starting linebackers. Come this upcoming season. Plus, Trotter's still there as well. So and we have Schmel. Forgot his last name out of Georgia that we drafted as well. He plays special teams, but he's another linebacker that we have as well. So no, I don't. It's not priority. I think it's going to be corner, or we need to get an offensive lineman in the first round.
That's probably fair.
All right, go ahead.
We like building in the trenches, so I mean, it could be linemen.
Yeah, because your offensive line overall, though, Rob, it's getting older. You got to get younger.
Oh yeah, for sure. Totally agree with you.
So the same thing with the Cowboys, because the oldest player on our offensive line is Terrence Steele, who's 28. So.
Oh, just a quick question off subject. Rob, was that a puppy or was that just a full-grown puppy, dog that you had?
Long story short, because I'll be quick with this, is we had a Yorkie who was almost 16 years old that we put down in December, and loved the little guy to death. He was awesome. He was favorite dog I've ever had, and it was my oldest daughter's dog, and she bought him as a pup, and she moved out, and then he ended up being our dog. And I didn't want one, but my 10-year-old just turned 11 on February 7th, and Dad, I want a puppy. And not only did she want a puppy, she wanted a Yorkie. So that's her $2,500 puppy. So yeah, he's only.
Well, it's adorable.
Thank you. Yes, it's 9 weeks old. So we just got him and from a breeder here in Denver, and so yeah, that's he's a puppy. He's only 9 weeks old.
Did you have a picture of him? Did you show him already?
He was in his lap.
He was in my lap.
I missed him. All right,
yeah,
I'll have to go back and review it.
Little fuckers over here chewing on everything.
Like
he's
destroying a couch or something.
Yeah. He's messing with my French bulldog right now, and she's older. So yeah.
Sorry to hear about your other dog.
Yeah, man. I truth be told, I cried daily. I put him to sleep, and I got him cremated, and got him a little dog wooden urn. So his ashes are in the urn, and he's on Miles Fernanda over here. And
we did that to ours too.
The hardest thing, though, when your dog is sick and whatnot,
that's
you got to
sad.
put it down. That's. I'm sorry.
Well, you wanted to say I was sorry.
If it was one of my dogs, I wouldn't want to do that. For me, because I'd be too emotional.
And I wasn't ready, but my 9-year-old's or my 10-year-old's persistent, so. She wanted a puppy, and so,
there he is.
Yeah, here
being
he
a
is.
good dad. Oh, I didn't see him.
Yeah,
being a good dad.
I don't know if you can
there
see,
you go.
See him.
I'll look.
Yeah. So.
Oh yeah.
He's AKC and everything. Didn't mean to sidetrack you guys, but I just wanted to pick him up.
No, I just wanted to ask while game
like
time
that.
was on the
Get
phone.
that thing. Oh my God.
What's his name?
This one's name. Forgive me for saying this, but his name is Vinny. So
there you go. My
he
looks just like me. No, he's not that cute. He's adorable,
like
man.
There you go.
Good luck with him. Hey, Vinny, what's going on, dude?
Exactly, little Vinny.
Bravo.
But yeah.
I'm sorry to sidetrack, but I had to ask.
It's okay.
Yeah, you got no worries.
No worries. Sidetracked. It's okay.
It's game time Italian because he's throwing his hands up like he's Italian.
He's on the phone.
A little bit. Yeah.
Oh,
I think a little.
Italian.
Yeah, he's on the phone. We're good.
He's working the phones.
I just want to see. I want to see what that poll was that he put up about the receivers.
It's still up there.
Yeah, I ain't want no part of that damn Mr. Prego. No,
I just feel getting back to what we were saying earlier about Pickens. I just think, just my opinion. I think receivers and all players should get their money. They just should.
Not like that.
Of course they should.
But like I said, Momo, if the player gets the money, then how?
But what about it?
If he gets the money, how is he going to perform? How is that player?
It doesn't matter. If he deserves the money, he gets the money. Stop being a homer. Players deserve money because these owners, what they do, they spit them out. If you underperform or if you overperform, they don't want to pay either way.
Oh, it's the market.
Oh my God!
Like I said, I think it's going to depend on what they're going to do in free agency and in the draft. and before they,
Okay.
go ahead and safely tag Pickens. Not the best, what
It's
we
not the
like,
best
but
thing in the
I'd
world.
rather keep them
Right. But Hallie,
than lose them to
this is
another
what I've
team.
always said. The franchise tag is a safety net. That's what it
It's
is.
not.
It
The
is.
franchise says a joke. It's a joke.
It's a joke. Where you been at? See, there you go, being a homer because you said it benefits my football team. You gotta look at the players' point of view. Stop looking at our owner's point of view. That's bonanza.
But remember too, like I said before, remember they never said they were ever going to extend George Pickens because they've said, if they did that, they can either do
No one
that or
never
they can
believed
get
that.
their third, or they can get their third compensation.
No one believed that,
They
Holly.
already they may
Hallie,
not believe it, but that's what they
what do you want
said.
them to do, Hallie?
I want
Do
them to.
resign
I'm
him?
like everybody else. I want Pickens to get his money, but but I also like Game Time said. I also want the defense to be addressed too.
I agree
That
with
deal
that.
should have
Too.
been done.
There is a
That
way
deal should have been
to
done.
keep Pickens and build the defense. There is a way.
There is a way. I mean, I don't like triggers when they say triggers. I don't know why. I have guns. I'm a gun owner, and but when I guess restructure is something that I'm just more accustomed to. But if they do some restructuring and stuff, you're gonna have plenty of money. The thing is that
Because
it's just a matter of, are you going to spend? Are you going to
I'm
spend?
going to add on what Rob. I'm going to add on what
depends. Let me just say this. I think it depends on what part of the country it is. It's either restructured, triggers, or wherever. Just where we're from.
You're probably right. You're probably right.
So, Rob, if I may, I want to add on to what you said. We can restructure some contracts too. If we restructure Dak, we restructure Lamb, we do some cuts. We're going to have at least $100 million in money.
Hey, you fine with them cutting players. You fine with them cutting players, ain't you? You don't care about the players. You just care about the organization and the team.
Do you want Murray on your team?
Do you want
what I'm saying? Listen to what I'm saying, guys. Y'all not understanding me. Players play, coaches coach, and owners cut. That's what they do.
So what's your point?
My point is that I believe that every player in the league should get their money. Period.
Well, he's getting his money for what their whatever contract it
Not
was.
his work.
I'm gonna be
Murray, but he hadn't done hardly
He'll
anything
sign for
for
what
the
he
team.
thinks he's worth.
But I want to ask everybody this: 4 years, 36 to 37 mil per year for George Pickens, and let's say the total money is like 150 plus, whatever it is. Do you think that George is going to sign that?
No.
Rob?
Yeah.
I think. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I don't think he signs 37,
that. 37, I think is fair compensation. The thing is, what I think he won't want to do is play under the tag.
I agree.
He just had a great year, and he wants to get paid now. I mean, who wants to take the chance of blowing out a knee and I'm not wishing it. I'm just saying blowing out a knee and then never being this. He wants his money. He wants his money, and he's earned it. He had a great year. And
I think he's a 38, 39.
Look at my predicament. Hey, Momo, look at my predicament
I think 37 is where he's gonna land. Well, I think teams, if he gets traded or even if Dallas does it, they're gonna use his behavior issues. And I think it's gonna be 37.
You know what? I'm gonna defend Jerry. I'm gonna play devil's advocate here on you, Momo. I'm going to defend Jerry on this. I'm the owner of the Dallas Cowboys. I'm the owner of the Dallas Cowboys.
Of course you will.
How are you going to tell me how much I need to pay a player?
Because that's part of.
I own the franchise. I own the franchise.
Okay, that's fine. But every owner,
the salary cap is going to determine what he plays a player. I mean, that's who determines it, is the cap. And is he going to be worth?
And I have a tool. It's called the franchise tag. You're going to play
eventually that'll be gone away.
Well, guess what? You better work. The NFL Players Association needs to get their act together.
Wait,
I don't see no time soon.
Wait, question for you though. Do you think he's going to be disgruntled playing under the tag?
Of course.
No, I think he'll. I mean, I think he'll be upset at first, but I think he'll eventually just get over it and play.
Well,
better
from
if he wants
what
another contract after that.
Well, from the interviews I've seen him do, he says his number one thing that he tries to do is be humble.
He wants to stay here, Holly. His
He
best
say
friend
that's
what I'm
CeeDee
like
Lamb.
saying.
it's PC. It's PC.
And
said-
that's what I'm saying. He's trying to be humble about it. So that's
He don't want to ruffle
what
those
comes to my
feathers
mind.
because his agent is always gonna tell him he get it from the camera.
Hey,
say
and
certain
look,
things.
and I'm with Ultra. I would trade Pickett if it comes down to it, and it can be done. I'll trade him. But
I
I'm
would trade him
definitely.
anyway.
Trade him for what? You want two number ones, or
I
one
would
or
trade him
two?
because the stock is high.
Well,
right
I mean,
now.
if you technically get a 1, you technically came out. You gave a third. If you get a 1,
Right,
you technically
that's
came
good
out on
investment.
top.
Exactly.
Right.
Momo,
So, Rob,
Momo, look at the predicament I'm going right now. Wendell Robinson, he wants 30-something million right now. We can't pay that. Yeah, and he didn't even deserve it for the way he played this year.
Give it to him. He had a great year. Give it to him.
Rob,
No.
He had a great year. Give it to him.
Rob, do you think
Jacobs wasn't there. He
Sure.
was
Oh, yeah, sure.
leading receiver.
As per
Come
Momo,
on now.
I should.
think
Pay
the
him.
total for George Pickens on his contract? Do you think the total that he deserves is 150 plus million on his?
Yes.
For how many years?
Good God Almighty, that hurt my
4
ears.
years.
Yeah, no, take a little time to think
Yeah.
about that,
Yeah, that's
Momo. Take
37 and a half a
And
year.
state
Yeah, that'd be
taxes here.
37
Hold on,
a
I'm gonna
year.
say
That's
something
good
real
money.
quick. Everyone is also forgetting state taxes in Texas. He gonna have a lot more money in his hand here in Texas if he goes to another state or another team and gets a contract with them. That
Boy,
may
Miami
be
might
bigger.
want him. Because Miami just about to release Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, but
So-
Miami doesn't
He's gone
want
already.
George Pickens. Miami
Wait.
doesn't want him.
Wait, I don't
They
like that
released him.
analogy, and this is why I don't, because I've heard others say it that say in Dallas you're saving on state taxes, but when Micah gets paid $47 million, and let's say Dallas offered him $40 million, shit, I'm taking
Sorry,
the
I'm
money
back.
and going to Green Bay.
Yeah, but you also pay tax when
Because
you're
those
playing in another city. You know
right,
that, right?
but those taxes aren't going to average that much difference of $7 million.
No, because when you play in New York, you pay New York tax. You
I'm talking
don't get
about
that for
I'm
free.
using Micah for example.
Well,
but I
you could.
understand.
Hold on. You could stay in Dallas for 40 or go play in Siberia for 47.
Yeah,
Here we go. That's a bad analogy.
I'm taking,
Wait,
I'm
come on,
taking,
wait.
I'm
That is a
taking
little bad,
47.
Wade. That is a little crazy.
That's not 7 million period. That's 7 million over 4 years. That shit adds up. That's $28 million.
I'd make that up in he'll make that up in sponsors here in Dallas. He'll make that up easily.
And he'll make it up in Green Bay too. They'll pay him.
Sponsors and
more than
endorsements
that, too.
here in Dallas.
Well,
Oh, he'll make that
It'll
up.
be more than 20.
Yeah, and let me get to this.
And
You want the phone
if
now,
he won,
Dale,
and if
Mr.
he won a
Brian?
Super Bowl, I'm gonna say something right now. He won a Super Bowl here in Dallas. Let me tell you something. He'd be making money well long after football here in
Hell
Dallas
yeah.
if he won a Super Bowl here.
The Eagles Drew
Not
made a
in
comment.
Green Bay. I could promise you that. Not in Green Bay.
Eagles
Okay.
Drew made a comment, Rob Bay, it's everything but football in Dallas. I love this. Well, that's the idea by making this stream, Drew, just bringing light to the fact that is it going to change? And listen, I don't care about all this if they're actually signing their players and adding to the team, adding talent to it's not enough just to sign Pickens and then wait for week 3 of free agency and try and fill in the gaps or wait till after the draft. No. Something different would be signing Pickens. They're not going to sign Pickens before the draft. Just get ready. But if you can give me Javonte Williams, right? If you can give me a couple linebackers, give me a safety,
Okay.
then I could draft, right? I could draft
Right,
pretty much
right.
freely. That's the idea. You want to draft freely. You don't want to, So anyway, go ahead.
I just want to know, have they signed Aubrey yet?
No, but he's an
They're
exclusive.
they're going to sign him.
He's an
Yes.
exclusive rights free agent, I believe.
He's a restricted free agent, Momo.
Okay. I just asked the question.
I will add on to that. If we put the second round tender on Aubrey and somebody wants to pay him more and he leaves, they got to give us a second round pick.
Hold on. I got to call
Dude,
out
I'll
Drew real
give you a
quick.
second
I got to
round
call
pick
out Drew.
for
Hold on.
Aubrey right
Hold on.
now.
I got to say something. You can't say champ no more, Drew. You're not a champ right now.
He keeps saying
You're not a
that.
champ. You're not a champ, Drew. The Seahawks are the champs.
Drew always say this. He keeps
Correct
saying champ.
yourself.
I love it. Hey, wait, I'm still a champ, bro, no matter what.
Yeah, let me run this down real quick.
I'm still a 5-time champion.
We got 4.
Your ass wasn't even born when you guys won, dude. What are you talking about?
We got 4 restricted free agents, like restricted free agents.
I was 5 years old. I was 5 years old in '95. I don't know what you're talking about. I was born.
Hold up. We got 4 restricted free agents: Brock Hoffman, Wanye Thomas,
milk, but I was born.
TJ Bass, and Brandon Aubrey. What that means is we got 4 of those. Yep. Again, Brock Hoffman, Wanye Thomas, TJ Bass, and Brandon Aubrey. 2 offensive linemen, safety, and a kicker. We have the right to match. Okay. Yep. So, and then we could choose not to match again. So that's what's nice about that. They're going nowhere if Dallas wants them. And we got 2 ERFAs, and that's exclusive rights, which means they're already back on the team. Josh Butler and Reddy Stewart. Go ahead, Momo.
So here's the thing. If a team comes and say, "Hey, we want to get Aubrey $45 million a year," you think Jerry will match it? I know it'd be insane. I think that'd be insane to give a kicker that. I'm just saying this.
Momo, he's the best kicker in the league.
You're not paying $45 million.
I would take the kid in Jacksonville over him, but that's just
that kick.
Well, I'm just saying in my
Sorry.
I'm just saying in my personal take, being as a Cowboy fan like I am, I'm saying Aubrey makes his kicks fluid than whatever.
Ultra says he's not paying Javonte Williams.
Cam Little, yeah.
But Javonte Williams, that contract is minimal. It's not a lot of money.
No.
So maybe $7 million a year, and with signing bonus and spreading it out, it's not much. So
they don't pay running backs like that.
Again, everybody's talking about Rico Dowdle. Rico Dowdle is nobody. Again, he ain't getting a lot either. So I don't care who it is, but the idea is you want to have your running back going into the draft. I'm not locked in on Javonte. It doesn't matter who it is. I just like how he fits in our scheme, and it's a low level contract. It's a very
here's a question. I just wanted to ask you game time. Is Revel still wearing? I don't know. I know he was still wearing knee.
Yeah.
I haven't heard anything about Rebel yet.
Again, it's off season. He needs to lose the brace. If he don't lose the brace, he'll never get any better. That's the bottom line. That's a blanket statement. If he doesn't lose the brace, he'll be mid-level. He may not be even be a starter, but he has big-time upside. Hence, they brought in Christian Parker, who works with corners, has done a great job with Philly. It's a good situation to be in. I don't have the answer, Momo, of what he will be. That'll be a wait and see, everybody. We'll have to wait and see. He's got the talent, right? He does have everything you want. He just needs to lose the brace, and he needs to get totally healthy. So that's all.
I think the brace is there because he doesn't trust himself. I'm not a Cowboy fan.
Exactly. You hit it on the head.
That could be another thing too. But
that's why you wear it, Dan, because you don't want to get injured again. Right. You need to play where you're not thinking about because injuries are going to happen. The old adage, if you think about getting hurt, what happens, Dan?
Well, if you get hurt, then basically you lose a lot of games.
No, but what I'm saying is, if you
think about getting hurt, you're getting hurt.
Bingo, Vinny. If you think about getting hurt, you're going to get hurt.
If you're hurt, you
can't play that way.
It's like what me and Mark got into. If you're afraid to move up in the draft to lock in, if Downs should slip past the top 5, and he's one of 3 or 4 can't miss guys. Sorry to tell you, he's a can't miss guy, and you watch that'll come back to haunt me. But it is what it is. You have to stand on something, Rob. You have to.
Well,
you can't be scared, right? You can't be scared.
I agree.
If you have to identify, that's your job. This is why I've been hard on the organization. Let's be a little bit ahead. Let's look 2 years down the road, Momo. Wade, Loyal. Let's look 2 years down the road, and what players do we have long term on this team? Let's look at it now.
Yeah, that's what I look at with Washington. Be proactive in the draft.
You're going to make mistakes.
Tyler Smith is one.
You're going to make mistakes, Wade, right, with Trayvon Diggs. You signed him to a really good deal. He tears his ACL. And then who knows that he's a jackwagon and didn't want to rehab it properly, right? That's not our fault. That's not Jerry's fault. That's a personal thing with Trayvon. And then Bland, you sign Bland, and then he re-injures it. You can't be scared to keep going to that well. I still like the contract. They're moving on from the contract rather quick, are they not, guys? Why?
Yeah.
Because they signed him a little earlier. That's all.
Right.
I mean, to your point though, Mark says that the Eagles have no money. The Eagles don't have as many holes either. A lot of our money is tied up in a lot of the talent we already have. I mean, and we do have talent. And so his narrative, his bullshit narrative of, the Eagles are broke and they don't have no money.
Broke.
Well, shit, we got a lot of studs still on that roster. So we don't have holes where we need a shit ton of money to fill in a lot of holes. We just don't. We still could draft for best player available as opposed to need. So
I think every team should have best player available.
Stupid.
Bye, Dan.
That narrative is absolutely stupid, though. The Eagles don't have as much money as us. Well, what good is having all this money if you're the Cowboys, if your jackass owner don't go out and spend it and get good talent?
Pretty much.
I mean, and that's coming from Dallas fans. I mean, Vinny, don't you agree?
Yeah, I kind of do.
I mean, it's
Your own
silly to
fans
sit
would
there.
say it.
Yeah, because you can't, like somebody said
So
on our
we're
channel.
gonna come back. We're gonna come back to this when after the off season, we'll see how much money they spend.
Okay, but here's my thing.
Yeah,
I was on his channel, and this guy named Edwin, he was saying, he kept promoting, saying that we the number one franchise in the world and all
Who's
the
that?
stuff like that. I just, it bogs my mind. I kept asking him information, and he was saying how many Super Bowls they won. I said, that's fine. What have y'all done in the draft that you can put your hat on that you in the future for the Cowboys? He kept bringing up that, and I just think,
What do you mean in the draft? Like players who drafted, or just
no, what y'all plan to do in the future draft? That's what I was saying.
Ultra Eagle says Eagles holes, right tackle possible, right guard, left guard, center, wide receiver if you trade AJ, tight end.
We need everything.
No, he's talking about the Eagles. Safety and defensive end, but no holes. Okay. I think they do
also
have
jump
holes.
on the call, and no, I'm not saying we don't have holes.
I'm not saying
we don't have holes.
It's going to be all that.
Right tackle for one, Lane's coming back, so we could draft for the future. I
You
get
still
that.
got to draft for the future. Getting back to when I took the
drafting
phone
for the
call.
future is not a hole. It's just being proactive
well,
instead of reactive.
Yeah, you need to be proactive. Everybody's saying go out and get a linebacker. I believe a right guard or tackle is the order of business in round one for the Eagles. Will they do that? I have no clue. I'm just saying, and unfortunately, that's a draft to replace, but Lane will be back this year. From what I'm being told, Lane's coming back. It's not long term, so it's one of those deals, kind of like Zach Martin coming back, Hallie, where he came back, but it was kind of beat up, and we'll see.
Shell of himself, right?
So we'll see. I think Lane will. If he puts his mind, he has to put his mind to it. And that's another show I'd like to do. I never did do that one show before the Super Bowl. I forgot all about it. But
hey, Ultra, you named all of our holes. Let me hear your guys' holes. I'll wait the 5 minutes it'll take for you to type them all out.
Also, side note.
I'll say, well, you could do holes for days on defense,
linebacker,
but offense,
rusher, a corner, safety. There you
go.
go.
Not many ways. You're down to left and right tackle. You don't know what you're doing at running back. You haven't signed. I mean,
Terrence
you don't know.
Steele is serviceable. Terrence Steele's serviceable.
Well, if you're saying he's serviceable, then I could say Landon Dickerson's serviceable then.
Well, I haven't been. Well, I'm not. Well, I'm not saying the Eagles. I'm not saying the Eagles' offensive line is
Dallas
garbage.
ran the ball great this year with
this
offensive line.
Ultra just said that we need left guard, right tackle.
Well, we ran the ball. Yeah, but here's the difference, Rob. We ran at a high clip with this offensive line. Now, our issues happened when Tyler Guyton got hurt. And that's an issue. I agree with you. Left tackle is a question mark.
Is definitely...
It's a big question mark there. We know we got an offense that can put up points. We could use help in the red zone. Great. We got to focus on the defense, which is why I don't want to lose Pickens, because I don't need to allot picks necessarily to replace Pickens. That doesn't mean that even if we've signed, Javante, or we bring in Rico back, whoever you want, that if Jeremiah Love somehow is there at 12, you friggin' take him. All right? That's just what you do. You take the best players that are on the board, but we'll see. I mean, we'll see what happens when we get there. There's a lot of time between now and then, but I woke up, shit happened at work, and it's like it just kind of set me in a spiral to where I'm tired of hearing. As soon as I heard the Pickens news, I'm like, here we go. Here we go, Dallas. Negotiating.
Is Ultra still typing those holds? Because I haven't heard from him yet. Are you still typing Ultra?
It's corner, safety, linebacker.
Robert Tripp.
I mean, I'll go make a sandwich. Let me know when you're ready for the
D-line, we're good. Edge rusher.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny.
Marcus,
I don't even want to type or say what we need. I'm embarrassed now.
D'Angelo,
he can tell me what I need.
Guy only played
I
8
gotta
games
go
in
take
college.
the dog
He was
for a
a
walk. Let me
3-year
know when Ultra's
project.
done, okay? I'll probably be back before he's done, but
Yeah, just a side note. I saw earlier that Ultra wrote, I think Javonte Williams replaced his representation. So however long that's going to take now.
What's that? I'm sorry. What did you say?
Oh, no, Javonte Williams. I think Ultra said he's changing his representation.
Yeah. Well, that's
He's got a new agent.
Supposedly there's a deal, but they have to wait till he gets representation. Well, if Javonte screws around, he'll be out, and then we'll move on to the next guy. Again, you have success. This is my issue with players these days, and I'm not saying I know Momo is big into the players should get every dollar. Nobody's saying
yes.
I mean, I get it, but like I told Mark, I'm going to tell it to you. Sometimes the agent has to take a step back and see what's ultimately best. You got to actually talk to your player because obviously Mike wants no part of Green Bay. Right now he has Green Bay teammates that were at the Pro Bowl, yet he's nut hugging up against all Cowboys, worrying about Dallas, still bringing up Jerry Jones. Move on. You can say, well, they're asking him the questions. You don't have to answer everything. He's already seeing what he.
Hold on. Here's a hot take. Michael will be cutting 2 years from Green Bay and be back in Dallas. Watch this shit.
No thanks.
But here's the thing about Michael. I think Michael is just a media hound. I agree,
Rhonda. He misses the Cowboys.
Mike is an attention whore, is what you mean to say. That's what he is. He's an attention.
Yeah, he is. He's just an attention whore. He's an
attention whore. And what do you get when playing in Dallas? Rightly or wrongly, what do you get?
Right. Yeah, right. So he can't. I don't know if he can't do his podcast he normally did in Dallas. He was doing, and when he was at the Cowboys, but I think he misses that.
Yeah, he loves attention. I don't disagree with that at all. No.
Yeah,
it's a good point.
So, yeah.
I mean, he hung around nothing but Cowboy players and stuff as far as what.
Anybody who can kiss his ass, he wants to be around. Come around here and kiss my ass for me, okay? That's all.
See, the media could, that could be misconstrued because I know Acho's dumbass from Speak. He was over there saying, "Oh, Jalen was over there. He was dolo and he was alone and all this shit." And then there were pictures coming out that all these players sitting around Jalen, and it's like
he's been called out being a liar. He got
part of the.
That's just silly.
I mean, Acho is a part of the new media, and I hate to say it, but what's his name?
Part of new media too.
But Shady McCoy is a part of the Acho where he doesn't do any homework and he runs his mouth, just like the story he ran that he was in Dallas training camp.
Oh yeah,
and he saw the running back and how good he looked. He wasn't even there in practice, right? So Shady, that's where. Sometimes you have to know what you're talking about before you open your mouth.
Look, Drew says we're irrelevant. Drew says the Cowboys are irrelevant when it comes to football. What do you think about that?
Sounds like Skip Bayless clones.
Well, I bet here's the thing about Shady McCoy.
Drew. We are the NFL. You got a problem here.
Shady McCoy, he misses playing football. He's never forgiven that he got traded. And he never got back where he was when he was an Eagle. That's what he just misses.
Right.
Because he went.
That's because Chip destroyed that team. He dismantled that team.
Yeah, that was crazy what Chip did.
I mean, for him to get rid of
Chip-a-check.
Deshaun and Shady.
I remember Anthony Gargano calling him Chip-a-check when you guys brought Chip Kelly to Philly. He thought he was the next Bill Belichick. He single-handedly tore that team apart in what, 2 years?
Yeah.
It was like ridiculous.
Oh.
He's still.
We're lucky we didn't lose Howie.
Something worse than that.
Howie went to the broom closet.
He did.
Drew, you're not a. Hold on, Drew, you're not a champ anymore. Shut up, pal. Quit pushing the goalpost.
It's over.
You
right
remember?
Now,
you remember what you said, Drew? Remember what you said? Because I remember. Oh man, we're the champs until someone begrudges us. You're not a champ anymore, sucker.
Hey,
okay.
Game
the
time.
Seahawks
Guess in Washington, where the Florida, what was it? The University of Florida head coach came to Washington, and everybody was saying how great he's going to be in Washington for the Redskins, and he's going to make name. He had this running gun offense at fizzle and died when he came there.
Still typing because he hasn't put nothing out yet. Oh, he just finished up the offense side. Now he's on the defense side. I'm here, Ultra. I'm waiting, bud.
Dude, Drew.
Hold on, Drew.
Come on, bro. That's laughable.
NFC East
Come on,
champs.
Stop
Last time I saw the Cowboys
Nobody
lace
cares.
up the cleats against the Eagles, y'all were blowing a 21-point lead. I don't want to hear none of that shit.
We're all starting over right now. Eagles may have a obviously
Drew,
edge
you
up
know
from
our
talent.
expectations are higher than that. It's Super Bowl or bust for us, bro.
It was last year.
I'm just sitting there saying, Drew, tell me when's the last time the
East.
Cowboys blew a 21-point lead on the Eagles. I'm just sitting there saying,
yeah,
that's your Super Bowl. That is your Super Bowl.
I'm just sitting there saying, I ain't never seen my team do some embarrassing shit like that against the Eagles. I'm just sitting there saying,
difference,
I
Drew.
don't disagree at all, man. That prevent offense
Here's
that we
the
ran
difference,
last.
Drew.
But that was your Super Bowl, Wade. Come on, stop.
Yeah, but Rob, here's the difference. I had Dallas winning 9 games and they won 7. You guys had the Eagles winning 13 and going to a Super Bowl when you lost in the first round at home.
Absolutely, dude.
That's the difference.
We were at that.
We're talking repeat, that's for sure.
We all know that the Eagles have a
on
base
paper, we
of
look
talent that is a notch above Dallas right now.
I still think that roster-wise, I still think we have more talent.
Exactly. Right now, as we sit here today, there's no arguing that. But obviously, it didn't mean nothing in the first round of a
talking
playoff
about on a rebuild, we beat the Eagles. So I'm not worried about it. We're going to be just fine. We're going to be just fine. We're hold on. You're going to find out this season when we sweep y'all. You're going to find out this season.
Hey, wait.
You're going to find out. You're going to find out.
I let you off the hook with that $100 that I want from you not last year, but the year before.
He owes me $100 too.
Yeah. So let's up the ante. And Game Time knows I'm good for it. So I'm gonna have you better. Well, I'll bet you $1,000.
Here we go.
Damn.
Don't
boy.
1,000. Hold on, 1,000. We don't sweep the Eagles, or okay?
Right now, if you do.
Hold on. So 1,000. Hold on. So 1,000. You're gonna
I'm
sweep
ready
us.
to end
What's
the show.
the
I don't
bet?
need more yelling.
You started this, huh, Brian?
What did I start?
The only way you get 1,000 if the only way you get 1,000 if the Eagles
I
sweep
got in
Dallas.
trouble by saying the lounge, and people thought I was talking about something else.
You said you're sweeping us.
Fucking
I'm saying you're not.
Oh, and Brian Cummings in the
We gotta have a middle ground.
I'm not
chat
acknowledging
making
him.
comments
I'm
like
not
he's been
acknowledging him. He's lucky he's
The
allowed
pinky
to
ring
chat.
is out.
Dude, he's not a champ anymore. Retract your statement.
One at a
This
time.
no longer
One
a
at a
champ.
time. Go ahead, Drew. Let's let Drew talk before I close the show. You got in at a good time. Let's go.
When was the last Dallas made the playoffs? Wait, when was the last time Dallas made the playoffs? Why, you could do it.
That's all you got. That's all you got.
Momo.
That's all you got.
Smoked.
I'm actually answer the question. Answer the question.
Home favorite.
Answer the question. Answer the question.
3 years ago.
Answer the question.
3 years ago.
I already did. Already did. Been a couple years.
3 years ago.
No.
And who's the NFC? Who's your pappy? Who's your pappy? Who's your daddy now? Who's your daddy?
Y'all, no, hold on, Drew. Not y'all,
Who's
because the
your daddy?
last time we played y'all, we put your foot up your ass. I don't know what you're talking about.
When they introduce us next year,
Drew,
you'll be
Drew,
the NFC East champion.
You can't be our daddy. When the last
I'm
time
your
we
daddy.
played
I'm
y'all,
the
we
pappy.
put our foot
I'm
up
the
your
pappy.
ass.
Wait, I'm the pappy. I'm the pappy. When they introduce us next year, they'll say the NFC East champion.
Number one, Drew.
Momo, when they introduce the Eagles, they will introduce us as the NFC East champions. I'm the pappy. I'm your daddy.
Drew, you can't be our pappy when you don't got more
I'm your
championships,
pappy. When you
more
make the
division
playoffs,
titles,
talk.
more playoff wins,
When you make the
more
playoffs,
winning
Wade,
percentage.
when you make the playoffs, Wade, come talk to me. When you make the playoffs,
Drew,
yeah, there you go,
highest
Rhonda.
winning percentage in NFL history is the Cowboys.
One time.
What about now? What about? Did you make the playoffs?
So where are your pappies? Where are your pappies?
Did you make the playoffs? Wait. Did you make the playoffs?
I could keep pushing I could keep pushing the goalpost. Did you win the Super Bowl? Did you win the Super Bowl?
Did you
win the Super Bowl? Yes or no?
See, ladies and gentlemen, he won't answer the question.
I already
answered
that question. I said no.
Did you make
2
the
years?
Okay, well, shut the hell. Know your role. Know your role and shut your damn mouth, Wade.
Did you win the Super Bowl? Yes or no?
Know your role. Wait, know your role and shut your damn mouth. Make it to the playoffs and win more than 7 games and then talk to me.
More winning percentage, more division titles,
Respect your
more
daddy.
conference championship appearances, more
Respect your
playoff
pappy.
wins. Like I just said, we got more everything than the Eagles. More everything. That's a fucking fact. That's a fact.
I'm a dollar back.
Rhonda,
I'm a dollar back.
I do what I
It's
gotta
fun.
do.
It's all
Everything I
fun.
said was facts. Everything I said was facts.
Listen, it is supposed
Everything
to
I
be,
said is facts to you.
It is supposed to be fun, and I don't have a problem with it. But I just,
it's all. It's all good. I got respect for Wade.
Just
Love
real
Wade.
quick before I get out of here, I still
Google highest winning percentage NFL
you let me
history.
talk?
Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, shut up. Wait. Know your role and shut your mouth. Know your role.
Let me get to the fucking. All right, CZ, 5-time world champions, Philly Eagles. How many y'all
That's
got,
right.
Wade?
We got 5 too.
We got 5. But anyway, where the hell was I? No, I do plan on doing a. I do plan.
That was like when they had leather helmets and World War II was going on, for crying out loud. I mean,
Linda,
dang.
Don't matter.
I do plan on
Don't
doing
matter.
this is how I'm going to do it. I reached out to, I would have Momo, but I don't know that Momo would have to study, and we'll have to see.
Forget that. Momo don't study.
Well, I reached out to Chris, but he hasn't. He's been very busy with work. So, what I need.
So thanks a lot, Ray.
All right, we're gonna cut.
And not Wade, but fucking Drew.
Let me see if I missed the super chat. No, I got it. Anyway, I do want to do a mock draft tomorrow. It'll be around 9 o'clock. I'll set it up tomorrow. I'll reach out to people. Drew will represent the Eagles, and we'll do a few different ones. I'll bring everybody in, but not right away. So it'll be just 4 of us.
God, I can't wait till we sweep that ass next year.
Sleeping shit, Wade.
All right. On that note, we're gonna get out of here, everybody. Thank you for the lively stream. Again, everybody needs to relax. I wasn't talking.
Love you, Game Time.
Love you too, Aisha. I'm glad you're back. Everybody was asking me, but if you're not here, I don't have the answer for you.
Glad to see you, Asia.
So
glad to see you, Mama.
With that being said, the offseason is just being started.
Asia.
I did have Rhonda's live channel pinned for a while, and I have Momo's now pinned at the top. Please go sub up to them. They are.
Lloyd. Yeah, let's get Momo to 1K, y'all. Come on,
Lloyd's
now.
got to put his channel in here.
Come on, Momo.
So, all right, everybody. I will talk to everybody later. Appreciate everything. Peace out.
Clean sweep, baby. Clean sweep.
Good night.
2026.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.